Just making a little video on some 3D printed CPU trays I designed. I wanted something that would be useful for shipping so I didn't have to individually wrap all the CPUs like I have been doing for the longest time now. And I didn't want to have to buy CPU trays since they're kind of expensive. Not really, it's kind of But a lot of the CPU trays you see online, they're like really long rectangles like this. I wanted a square one though, so I can fit them in a square box. It's probably not going to be the most ideal for packaging standpoint. I'm taking a little bit of a gamble if I ship these in a 6x6x4 box, since there's not a lot of room. But CPUs aren't particularly fragile either, so it's something I'm going to try. And I started out with just a test design of a single holder. Get this part here, grab a CPU. Mostly because I wanted to see if I got the dimensions right without having to print a full tray. There's no tray under that one, but there's no CPUs in there, so poke them out through the bottom. Yeah, so a little single. And I thought these little V arches were going to be the best way to lock them together, which kind of works. Nice spacing, this doesn't rattle around, and there's enough of a gap between the top and the bottom, as long as these capacitors aren't thicker than like 1¼ millimeters, they won't touch each other. And it seems like it worked out okay. So then I progressed to this design, which I used the V notches again, but I found I didn't like it. It's really stiff. It's hard to get it together. It's hard to get it apart, and if a person doesn't expect it, then CPUs are going to go flying everywhere and they suddenly jolted and split it apart. I'm still releasing the design just because people might like it. It also does cause the base to warp because I left no gap between this ridge here. So it's no gap means lots of bendy flexy action there. And that's why I kind of switched lanes and I went with these little corner pegs. And I was a little concerned because I figured maybe these would be fragile since they're just hanging on the edge, but it seems like they're okay. They integrated well. But yeah, once you fill up the tray with your CPUs, you just put the next tray on and they somewhat interlock. It's not a perfect fit. I'm going to get this bottom one off here. So it's a little loose. The CPUs have a little bit of a slop to them. I think it's more side to side than up and down. But yeah, and you can see it's borderline. I probably should make the bottom a little bit thicker. Let's see here. I do not have anything nice and flat nearby. We'll use this. So as you can see, don't drop it. The CPU basically sits like that on the next one down. There's probably about a 1/2 millimeter gap. I don't know if there's other CPUs that have bigger capacitors. These are a mixture, I think, of 3rd, 4th, and 6th. No, there's a 1st gen there. 1st, 3rd, 4th, 6th, 6th. This one's a 2nd. So it's a mixture. The 1st gen probably has the biggest capacitors because they kind of progressively got smaller as time went on, but that one has fairly big capacitors. But you can see there's a little bit of a gap. There's no way for it to touch. And yeah, once you assemble it though, so now there's 2 CPUs in the middle. There's one on the bottom and one in the middle there. And you still gonna need something to hold them together just to keep it secure, so I'm gonna use 2 rubber bands when shipping, just so these trays can't pop apart very easily. as you can see. But yeah, it should be a good design. If you sell CPUs, it'll be handy for shipping them without having to individually wrap them. Obviously, I'll put an ESD bag over all this. I don't think PLA's ESD safe, but it really shouldn't. I'm fairly confident it's not going to be that big of a deal. The plastic they use for the CPU trays really isn't anything special either. But yeah, if you sell CPUs, it might be handy. If you need to store CPUs, it'll also be handy. There's other designs out there, but I remember one of the ones I printed, the dimensions were wrong, so I was like, well, that sucks. That was a fun, I think, 4-hour print, but I just decided, since I'm good enough at this now, I'm gonna make my own simplistic design and try to make it material efficient. I do have a lid that I designed that in theory will fit on here, but when I went to put the lid through the slicer and see how long it was going to take to print, it was nearly the same amount of time it'd take to print these trays. So personally, I'm not going to bother with the lid. I'm just going to print more trays, and then if I have to use one of these trays as a lid rather than printing a lid, it's not that big of a deal, because I think it's like 5 grams more filament and 20-minute more print time. So it makes more sense just to print a bunch of useful trays rather than a bunch of useful trays and then a couple of useless lids. So that's a bit of a ramble, but hopefully you find it interesting, and thanks for watching.